Hi guys, it's Arran again, and now I'm back with something that I've had for, I don't know, a couple of years now, that I've not reviewed for one reason which you will see later on in this video. And what it is it's the animal crystals from Power Rangers Wild Force by the Gaogaoshop. Now, buckle up ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot in this review to go through. And I do mean a lot. I will say that these crystals, before I talk about the box, are just absolutely insane. They really are. When you see them, you would think they're the ones from the show. You really would. They're not, by the way, the ones from the show, even though I would love that. But, yeah. So anyway, and by the way, this is only the first box. So there's 18 animal crystals in this box, which is a custom made box actually, by the way. You can choose whether you want the box or not. I chose yes to make sure they get here safe. And obviously I like the design of the front of the box, which is all of the animal crystals and all of the animal wild zords on the front of the box, which is absolutely incredible. It really is. Well, they are engraved into the box. It's almost like they would engrave the front of the box, which actually I think they have. So, as you can see, it's got all the animal crystals on the front of the box. Well, at least the ones that I've got in here, in this box. I will say that this entire lot that I've got wasn't cheap. I can't remember how much it was, because like I said at the beginning, I've had these 2 years, but believe me, when you see them, they are well worth the money. They really are. Quick side note first, before I get them out of the box and show them to you. The instructions do say wear gloves, because with the aisle and the with the oil that comes out of your body and out of your fingernails, and mainly out of your fingers, can do damage to the crystals. And that's not me making this up, by the way. That's what the Gaogaoshop said to me. So I do highly recommend you wear gloves with this, and at least if you don't wear gloves, hold them in something where your hand isn't actually on them, so to speak. And by the way, the Gaogaoshop is based in Vietnam, so you will have to wait a bit for them, and obviously there is a language barrier, but like I said, it's got all of the animal crystals that are in this box engraved on the front of the box. I do want to give a shout out to someone actually that put me in touch with the Gaogaoshop. Liam, he helped me get in touch with the Gaogaoshop, which in turn helped me then get hold of the crystals that I have. I now have the entire set of all of the animal crystals, except the coloured ones, because they are doing coloured ones. But anyway, let's get them out of the box and I'll show you guys now. So this is how it's packaged, guys. It's packaged really, really well. So yeah, let's get them out and I'll show you them now. Guys, doesn't it look like a box of treasure with all the colours? It's just amazing, really is. So guys, I'm about to get them out and show you first, or now rather, sorry. But quick note, I got these gloves off of Amazon. If I can find the link, I will put the link in the description below. And the stands here, the crystal stands you see, I didn't provide them actually, they did. So they did actually send gloves, guys, but they were quite small and they didn't fit me particularly well. They didn't even go on my hand, to be honest, guys. So that's why I had to get these from Amazon, because the gloves they sent were for smallish hands and I got big ass hands. And the stands you see here in front of me, the crystal stands, as I've called them, I didn't buy, these came with the crystals, so they provide them, which I actually didn't realise they did. But anyway, you don't need to buy these stands, they provide them for you, which is great. It really is. So I'll show you the crystals now. Very carefully, I might add. So this, don't drop it, Arran. So this here is, sorry guys, I had to look at it. I don't know why I turned it towards me. This is the draft, which is the Blue Rangers Zord, I believe, Animal Zord. And it's colour coded like it is on the show. So if you look on the show, it is in kind of yellow orangey colour. But I love these, I really do. I will say though, when you're holding these, if you're showing them on a video, make sure you've got a good grip on these, please. And I will show you the bottom. So that's the bottom. You can see how well it's done. And I'm not going to show you the other side because it's just the same as the first one. But I love how well detailed these are, I really do. So the next one is if my fat fingers can get hold of it. Got it. So the next one I'm going to show you is, hang on guys, just checking I've got it the right way around. Yes. Yeah. Is the Gorilla Zord. Again, it's in this orangey colour, but this time this was Cole's Zord. Or Cole, rather. And on the show, the gorilla is green. And it's funny because it throws exploding bananas on the show. And I do have a special one of these gorilla crystals that I got sent, which you will see at some point in this review. Now I will show you the back of this one because it is slightly different. Hang on guys, just let me get the grip on it. So there's the back of this one. And what's different about the back of this is it's the back of the Gaogaoshop, which is awesome. Now you may wonder, or some of you are probably going to be thinking, how the hell does he remember all the names of these? And that's because, in case you hadn't noticed, I am a big fan of Wild Force. And just in case you don't know, which I know all of you do know now, Bruno from MMPR Toys actually worked on this show, which is awesome for him. It really is. Now the next one is hang on guys, just let me, that's why I can't tell what it is because I'm holding it upside down. Oh yeah, it's another ape, but this time, and I really like the way they've done this. I wasn't actually expecting to get two apes. They've done it in green. So as I was saying, I've got another ape, which is in green this time, just like it should be on the show, which is awesome. Now, what's cool about these is, God, I'm always nervous doing that, guys. What's cool about these is, depending on how you hold them and how the light catches them, they do slightly change the shade of their colour. So, the next one is so the next one is, guys, make sure I get it up the right way. Sorry guys, I'm just checking I get these up the right way because I don't want to look like a donkey on camera. I was about to say something else, guys. So this is the, hold on, just needed to change my grip on it slightly then, guys. This is the shark, the blue shark, which is the Blue Ranger's sword, which is awesome. And as you can see, like that, it's in a blue colour, hence the Blue Ranger's sword. And I kind of like the way it's kind of curling, like it's swimming. I also love this blue. It also kind of reminds me of a aqua blue. But yeah, I'm not doing these in any specific order, guys. I'm just doing them. So this is the wolf sword, which is Merrick's, or Zenoku, depending on whether you like the evil character. And that shark sword, actually, I just showed you, might have been the hammerhead. I'll see when I get to the other one. But this one is clear, which is kind of cool, because you do see a clear wolf sword crystal on Wild Force at points. Specifically when Zenoku comes back and Merrick has to fight him alone. You see it then. And then guys. The next one is the hang on a second. Yes. I couldn't work out what it was then, guys, but that's because I was looking at its rear end. This is the Yellow Eagle Zord, which is awesome. Hang on, just changing my grip slightly. And as you can see, it's in a yellow colour. This is Taylor Earhart's Zord, aka Yellow Eagle Zord, or as her official Zord name is Soaring Eagle. And I thought yesterday, because I knew I was going to do these actually, I should have taken these with me in November, because I met the Yellow Wild Force Ranger and it would have been good to have had a picture of her with these. But like I say, it looks absolutely awesome, and I will show you the back of this, and I will explain why. That's because it becomes the Wild Zord's, the Wild Force Megazord's head, which sounds a bit bizarre that you get eagles and eagles ask for a head, for lack of a better term. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. This, it really does. Not the arse, the actual eagle itself. I will give you my ratings at the end of this, at the end of all of the crystals. Now the next one is the yes, I was right, I was guessing then, is the Elephant Zord, which is Alyssa's Zord, one of Alyssa's Zords, which looks again absolutely fantastic, really does. I love it. Really do. There you get a look at its face, and again it's in a bluey colour, which is awesome. Sorry guys. Now I'm thinking, but it depends what else I decide to take with me. I'm meeting Jessica Ray, aka Alyssa Enrique, in November. She's coming to the Mitcham Con, so I might take her crystals with me, depending on what else I take. Now I have met Jessica Ray a couple of times before, most most notably in 2024 I went up to a pub in Mitcham and met her there. I believe it was 2024, I will check that. But it was so cool meeting her, and this was kind of a spur of the moment thing for me, because going up to meet her, because it was only announced that week when I went up and saw her the first time. And actually, that's where this might sound weird with me saying this, that is where the beautiful friendship of me and BEW started. Hence why I go to the con they do in November every year. This will be their third year of running it and my third year of going. And anyway, the next one is if I can reach it. Oh shit. Gotcha. You might be able to tell how nervous I am doing these, guys, just by the look on my face. This is sorry guys, I take a sec to look at these to make sure I get them right, because I have been called out on that once before. This is another 8th one. I do have quite a few 8 ones for some bizarre reason. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining because I absolutely love these things. I really do. I really do love these things. And actually this one might be a slightly, ever so slightly, different shade of green compared to the other one. Maybe. Or it might just be the way the light's going on it. So that's the 8th again. So my next one is, I told you I'm on a roll here with a lot of them. So my next one is the alligator Zord, which is Merrick's sword, aka Zanoku if you like the bad side, which by the way I do, as if you can't notice. By the way, I keep talking about him. But the level of detail on this, I mean, it's incredible. It really, really is. I'll give you a close-up look of the tail and the top of the thing in a minute, but the level of detail on this is incredible. I mean, even the head, I mean, look at that head, guys. That is incredible. absolutely incredible. And if I hold it like this, there you go, you can see what the top of the body looks like. It's just absolutely incredible. It really is. So I just want to address something that I've heard a couple of times now. People have said they miss, not just in Power Rangers but in Sentai as well. People have said that they miss, like, the actors in the Megazord suits and stuff. Now, I'm specifically talking about Wild Force in this instance. People have said that it's all CGI and that in Wild Force, particularly because I'm talking about Wild Force particularly. And in some ways, yes, because the Wild Sword coming down from the Animaria is CGI, and sometimes even the Wild Swords moving when they're not in Megazord form is CGI, but then other times it's also the toys. But as for actors or stunt doubles not being in the suits anymore, when they do the Megazord scenes, guys, when all the Zords are together, there are actually still people in those suits. So, yes, I agree, nowadays some of it is CGI, but when they're in the big Megazord form, it's not. Specifically Wild Force I'm talking here. And also, Wild Force did shoot some American shot Megazord footage. It wasn't all Japanese. Anyway, Minnie ran over. So the next one is the sorry guys. Yeah. Sorry guys. So the next one is, hold it up the right way when you're looking at his back at the moment. Is the lion, which is obviously the Red Ranger's sword. Just double checking. Yes, I am right. So this is the lion. Let me change my angle. Yeah, so this is the lion, guys. Looking absolutely fantastic, it really is. And it's in kind of a reddy colour, and it just looks amazing. Really does. I'll give you a different angle of it. It depends on the angle, guys, that you gotta get hold of it. And now I'm holding it upside down, that's not gonna work. So there's a different angle of it. And there's a better look at its face. So that's the Red Rangers one, which is awesome, or one of the Red Rangers ones, because he does have a few thoughts. Now the next one is, like I said, I'm not doing these in any order at the moment, guys. I'm just showing you them. This is the, hang on a second, let me, this is the Hammerhead, I believe, which is Merrick's other Zord, aka Zenoku's. Yes, this is the Hammerhead because of the head. Looks like a, go figure, looks like a hammer. However, I wouldn't fancy using a hammerhead sharp as a hammer, it might get a little pissed.
Yeah.
And again, this just looks absolutely incredible. Really, really does. And I absolutely love the purple of this. I really, really do. There's a theme for me at the moment with purple, which is kind of ironic, but I love this purple, I really do. So the next one is the yes, this one is the Deer Zord.
My favourite.
Is it? So this is the Deer Zord. Oh dear.
Oh, terrible.
I know. Which is also actually Alyssa's Zord, the White Ranger's Zord. And again, here's another theme with me. I love green. Hence my absolutely obscene obsession with the green MMPL Ranger. I really do love this. It's incredible. So sorry guys.
Slowly. That's it.
I told you I'm the nervous guy touching these things. So, just quickly before I move on to the next one, because this bit's technically still about the deer. There's some bits of the storylines in Wild Force they did which I did not like, and here's one of the bits. They had Merrick, the Lunar Wolf Ranger, aka Zenoku, who is meant to be a mean character in the show. They had him playing a flute, for crying out loud. And the princess singing to the deer. So, I'm not a big fan of that part of the storyline. I'm really not. And all of that stems from, weirdly enough, they had to get the Deerzord to help them. And the Deerzord had basically, for lack of a better term, it was pissed with Merrick because he can get it on the Animarium fast enough before Master Orquest attacked. So it lay dormant on the ocean floor. And when Merrick went to tell the Deerzord what had happened and why he couldn't tell him, which was obviously because he was trapped in a tomb for 3,000 years. And may I say he looks damn good for 3,000 years old. And then Animus had to tell the Princess and Merrick to start doing what they do to get the Deerzord to help, and that's the part of the storyline of Wild Force that I really didn't like. I just didn't. Nothing against the characters at all, I just didn't like the storyline. So the next one is the Bearzord. Now I believe this is the Black Bearzord because of what it's in. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's definitely one of the Bearzords. And I'll give you a look at its face. So there's its face, which looks phenomenal, really does. Sorry, more phenomenal. It really does look amazing. Now the next one is the sorry guys. Sorry guys, I just want to get a good grip on these. Next one is the Armadillo sword. Which is awesome, it really is, and it's in kind of a purpley colour. I love it, I really do. Now I will say that this, even though it was had some great powers in the show, this was probably one of my least favourite swords from Wild Force. And I know some of you are probably going to disagree with me over that, but that's fine, that's just the way I feel. There's his face, which looks phenomenal. Now, the next one is the ironically, these two, the Armadillo sword and the Rhino sword, work together, and this just happens to be the Rhino sword. That was not planned at all. It really wasn't. I'll give you a look at his face. No, Arran, that's his arse. That's his face there, guys. Looks phenomenal, really, really does. And that's in kind of a bluey colour, as you can see. And then next one is the, just making sure I got this correct. Yes. Next one is the Bison sword, which was the Black Wild Force Ranger sword. Danny is the guy's name on Power Rangers. And I'll show you its face now. Just make sure I'm holding it the right way. Yes. So that's his face. That isn't actually facing the camera. Arran, what are you doing? That's his face there. Now you can finally see it. So yeah, that's cool to have that as well. Now, you may wonder how I'm remembering all of these. And it's all from my memory, guys. I've not got a list here or anything. I'm just remembering this all from my memory. Some say I've got an internal hard drive built into my head, which I haven't. Obviously. So I'm now down to the last two guys in this big box, which is hold on a second. Yes. I do believe this is the White Tiger sword, the White Rangers one. White Wild Force Rangers one. Now, again, I love this. So I was going to say that now, but I'll say it at the end. If I am wrong and this isn't the White Ranger sword, you can correct me, I don't mind. But I'm 99% sure that it is, because ironically I was watching Wild Force last night, conveniently. And then I have one more crystal left in this box. Where is it?
Your hand does.
So the next one is, which means that other one must have been the black bear, because this is a polar bear sword. And the reason I know that is it's kind of in a misty, whitey, clear crystal, if that makes sense. Which looks fantastic, it really does. And that's its face. There, look. Which is awesome. And that's the last crystal in this box. But what I'm going to do, just in case you couldn't see it that clearly when I was holding them, is I'm going to line them all up and do a close-up shot of them with my camera on my phone. So there will be a close-up shot of them that will show you them more clearly, guys. So guys, as promised, I've got them all in a line to give you a close-up. You might catch a glimpse of the ring light in some of them just slightly, but they look amazing. And some of the colours may be a little bit difficult to see animals through on camera because they are quite dark, but hopefully you can see them. But yeah, I love these. And by the way, this is the first 18 crystals. And yes, I said this is 18 crystals, and I've still got more, which is insane. Again, I'm going to give you my ratings at the end, so you'll know what my feelings are on them at the end, if you don't already. So I'm back with the next lot, and now these are singular sets, singular boxes. There's 4 in this set. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's not. There's 5. Sorry. Now, the differences with this set is these are Animus's ones. So these are different from the other Wild Force Swords ones, but yes, these are Animus's ones. Animus is the Lord of the Wild Swords. And I'll tell you about something about Animus in a minute once I've shown you these. So you get the swords on the front of the box, which is phenomenal, really is. Again, they're all engraved onto the box. So like I said, these are Animus's swords. So let's get them out, shall we? So guys, I'm about to get Animus's swords out and show you now. Like I said, they are slightly different. So here we are with Animus's first sword, which I'm holding upside down, of course. Again, like I said, I don't know if there is too much of a difference. I know there is a difference, but I don't know how much of a difference. So this is I believe it's a lion, but I'm not 100% sure. Hang on, guys. Yes, now that's up the right way. So this is the lion, which I believe. So yeah, I've had a look again, and this is a lion. And again, I will give you a close-up look of these at the end, so you can get a better shot of them. So don't worry about that. And yeah, so that's the Animus lion, which, why do I keep holding it upside down? But yeah, it looks fantastic. It really, really does. The one thing I do know about Animus's swords is they are a slightly different colour swords in the show. So they are slightly different colours in the show. But for these, they're actually all the same colour. So again, I've just checked. This is a tiger. So I'm basically right. These are basically the exact same swords, pretty much, as the other ones. So this is the tiger. Looks fantastic, really, really does. Here's the bison sword, which becomes the, give you a look at his face, when I turn him towards you rather. Make sure I'm holding it the right way, yes. So there's his face, look guys. Again, I will give you a close-up look at these at the end. Now when I got this set, it did confuse me a little bit because they're the same as the other swords. And then when I looked at the show, I was like, that's why, because they're essentially the same swords, just different colour. So this next one is the eagle sword. Am I holding that up the right way? Yes, I am now. So this is the eagle sword for Animus. Looks fantastic, really, really does. Sorry guys. And the next one is, hold on guys. The sorry guys. I'm just trying to get it facing you, or facing me, so I can show you rather, sorry. So yeah, there's the sharp sword. For Animus, which I think I might have held upside down, but you can still tell what it is. And again, like I said, I will give you a close-up look at these so you get a better shot. But that's all of Animus's ones. So I'll give you a close-up look at these now. Here's the close-up of Animus's animal crystals, and they just look absolutely fantastic. They really, really do. it's just absolutely incredible. It really, really is. I literally feel like, guys, with all these crystals, I literally feel like I'm holding props from the show here, guys. It's just incredible. It really, really is. So I've got 2 more boxes here, guys, which are which is a total of 6 crystals. Well, I'm 100% certain that these are Merrick's, aka Zanoku's, sets of crystals. But these look absolutely amazing. As I keep saying every time I talk about these boxes, I love these boxes. I love the artwork on them. It's just phenomenal. It really is. It's just phenomenal. And to do the wood engraving, you need such a steady hand. You really do. So yeah, I love engraving on these boxes. And again, as I keep saying, I'll give you my ratings of all of these at the end of the video. And again, you will get a close-up of these crystals at the end to give you a better shot of them. So let's get out of the box, shall we? So the first crystal in this first small box set is, if I can get my fingers under it, got you. I got you. Don't break your knuckle, Arran. So, got the Dark Wild Swords. Excuse me, meaning the evil ones. So here's the wolf in the Dark Wild Sword form. Really, the only difference is with the Dark Wild Swords and the normal Predator crystals, as these ones are slightly darker. But it looks fantastic, it really, really does. I'll show you the face now. If I can get my big flat thumb out of the way. Sorry guys, it's a case of facing it to the front, but also getting my big fat thumb out of the way. So here's the wolf's face here, guys, and looks phenomenal, really, really does. And I love it. I really, really do. And again, you will get a close-up of these at the end, so you can get a clearer shot of them. The only thing is, we need to remember what box they went in. So here is the alligator sword. Yeah. I will turn it around so you can see its face in a second. And I think the alligator is in a different position in the crystal than the last one. So there is its face, guys. Looking friggin' fantastic. It really does. It's amazing, it really is. Now we are on to the hammerhead shark, which is awesome. I will show you its face in a minute, but as you can see, it kind of curls around the inside of. I'd love to know how they did this. It just looks phenomenal. Sorry, more phenomenal.
We're waiting for that.
So there's its face. There. Just looks amazing, really does. And then these are when Merrick first gets his wild swords back. So when you see the scene of the crystals laying on the ocean floor, that's what these ones are made to look like. So yeah, here's the alligator in a green crystal. So that's the alligator. Now the next one, yes, the next one is the wolf, but this time it's not clear in a clear crystal, it's in a blue crystal to make it look like it's been on the ocean floor waiting for him to summon them. But it just looks absolutely amazing. And here's the face. And here is, looks phenomenal. So here we are with the hammerhead shark crystal again, looking absolutely fantastic as usual, and I will stand it up correctly. Well, not. I love it. I really, really do. I love the way these look. So yeah, that's these ones. So now what I'll do is I'll give you a close-up look of these all in a line so you can get a better shot of them. So guys, these are Merrick's slash the Nafu's crystals. So the purple ones are the dark wild swords, and then, as I said, the coloured ones are from when you first see them laying at the bottom of the ocean, which is awesome. And I'm so glad I got these. I really am. I really, really am. Do you know, it's funny, I was only gonna get Merrick's set, but when I saw someone review theirs, I was like, I gotta get the whole set. I have to. So yeah, I highly, highly recommend these. Again, I will give you my overall ratings of every single crystal I have at the end. But yeah, highly recommend them, and there you go on the closer look. So I'm now on to the single ones again, which I have 6 of, and we have literally only just noticed this. 2 of the boxes are smaller than the others. So I have, let me see if I can remember this. I have a Stingray, the Falcon, the Hippo, the Zebra Sword, and the Elephant. And I also have a Rat Sword. And I've also got a Hippo, which is quite cool. But again, the engraving artwork on these boxes, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I just love it. And I'm sure I said this at the beginning, these guys are based in Vietnam, so you've got to give them time and things. Yeah, I love the artwork engraving on these boxes. So anyway, let's get out the box now, shall we? So the first one is, ironically, the Rat Sword. Yeah, ironically, it's the Rat Sword, which you actually saw at the end of the final episode. So there's the head. Look, looks fantastic. Really does. It's phenomenal. Alright, more phenomenal. And fun fact, and I will say this again at the end probably, the Zords you see on top of the buildings on the final episode were the toys, which is insane. They used the toys for that scene. Anyway, on to the next one. This one is the Zebra Sword. I do believe, yes it is. Yeah, this one is a Zebra Sword in a almost bluey colour. And again, you didn't see this until the very last episode. What I will say is I have only got the ones, bar one, that we use in, that you actually saw on TV. I didn't get the ones that you didn't see on TV. I just got the ones that you did see on TV. And There's a look at his face for you. And looks fantastic, as all of these do. They really do. I really do love these. So this one is the elephant. So here's the elephant again. I've got no complaints with these at all. I love them. I'll show you the elephant's face now. No, Arran, that's its back end. So there's its face for you. And I'll reiterate, you will get a close-up look at these at the end. So this next one is being a pain in the ass to come out.
Did help.
Oh, right. So this next one is a hippo, but this is just awesome. It really is absolutely awesome. So I'll show you its face now. If I can get it angled right. So that's its face. It just looks phenomenal. It really does. And again, you will get a close-up look at these at the end. This one, I love. I really do. Although it is difficult to bloody find its face. This one is the stingray, which you definitely saw at the end of the last episode. And I didn't actually ask for this. They sent me a message and offered it to me. And of course, I wasn't going to say no. Of course I wasn't. And when I say they offered it to me, I'm just going to reiterate. When I say that, it doesn't mean I got it for free. I did have to pay for it. I'm just pointing that out, guys, because I know what some of you guys on YouTube can be like. No offense, but I know what some of you guys on YouTube can be like. So I'm just pointing out that they did offer it to me, but I did pay for it. I didn't get it for free. I paid for it. So this next one and last one in the single set of boxes is it's actually a peacock. So that's its face, which just looks fantastic. It really does. And again, I'm going to point out that I'm not just saying this because I'm not saying this because I'm getting perks, because I'm not getting perks. I'm not getting perks at all. I'm saying this because I love these items. I really do. I really do. I'll show you its back end now, for lack of a better term. There's the peacock tails, or feathers rather. Sorry, I meant to say feathers, not tails. So that's those ones, but what I'll do now is I will give you a close-up look at them so you can see them a bit more clearly. So here's a clearer look at all these animal crystals. I love them, I really do, I really, really do. The colours pop, the animals inside look fantastic, they really, really do. I just love them, I really do. And the fact that they offered me to buy them is incredible. It just amazed me that how good a quality these are. I mean, in my mind you would think these are the screen used ones from the show, which they're not. But they might as well be, because they look exactly like the ones from the show. So guys, I'm now on to my last two of this set. But these ones I did get for free. I'm not gonna lie to you about it. These ones I did get for free. And the reason why is I was the first time customer with them at that point. So they sent me these as a thank you for buying with us, basically. So these ones I didn't pay for, they sent them to me. But I'll show you them now. So let's start with this one. This is the, hold it right, Arran. This is the Zebra Sword. This one definitely is a Zebra Sword, which looks fantastic. It really, really does. And I actually wasn't expecting anything as a thank you. So when I opened these, I was like, wow, thank you very much. Or thank you, not thank you. Mm-hmm. Talk properly, Arran. So there's a good look at the face for you. It just looks fantastic. And I love the colour of the crystal, I really, really do. It's fantastic. Now this next one is one of my favourites. Now this I definitely was not expecting. This is the 8th Sword, but it's painted in the correct colours, and I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. When they told me they chucked an extra specific crystal in, I was not expecting this. I really wasn't. It is just insane, guys. It really is. I mean, it's painted the whole way round. I love the metallic paint on it. It just looks fantastic. Even the back of it is painted. It's phenomenal. It really is absolutely phenomenal. Sorry, more phenomenal. So what I'll do is I'll give you a quick close-up look at these, and then I'll move on to my special ones, my extra special ones. So I'll give you a close-up look now. So I love these, I really do, and I have to say, out of the two of them, the ape is my overall favourite. It's just incredible, really is, and I love the metallic paint. I really do. I really do. I would love to know how they did it in colour and put it in a crystal. I really would. Sorry guys, there was a fly. And I'm going to say again, yes, I did get these for $3, but I got them as a thank you for being a first time customer back then. So yeah, I love these, and so these ones are my extra special ones, and there's a reason. So Philip Andrew, who is the guy that played Merrick Mapatol, aka Zanoku, aka the Lunar Wolf Ranger, aka the Legend. And yes, I am bigging him up here because I am meeting him in November. Mm-hmm. So he did 2 special sets with custom boxes. So I'll start with the first ones I got from him, which are these ones here. As you can see, the boxes, I'll pick it up so you can see it. As you can see, the box is totally custom. The whole way around is totally custom. From the side, it's custom, so if I hold it like that from the side, you can see the Lunar Wolf Ranger, and then on the other side you can see the animal crystals, which is awesome. And obviously on the front it's got a picture of him, a very young picture of him, by the way. This picture was actually from the show, because I remember this episode that this was taken from. And it says his name, Philip Andrew, and it also says the Gaogaoshop name and Power Rangers Wild Force under his name. But the cool thing with these are the reason he's done the custom boxes and done these as a limited edition is he signed the back of them, which is absolutely phenomenal. It really is. It is phenomenal. So what it says on the back, guys, is Philip Andrew Merrick. It says on the back, which is awesome. Now, quick note, and then I'll get them out of the box. He didn't sign to, in my case, he didn't sign to Arran because he didn't want to spell my name wrong, because I spell my name differently to what the Americans spell it. But what he did say is if you wanted a specific note on it or wanted it addressed to you, when you meet him, take it to his, bring them with you, take it to his stall, and he will put any name or any note you want on it for free, which I thought was incredibly nice of the bloke. I really do. And I first met the bloke in 2014 when I was at PMC, and he's such a nice bloke. He really is. I even got a very limited trading card from him that it has a knocker on there that he signed. So, and the other set I got, which wants to fall out the box, so I'm going to have to hold it slightly different. Sorry guys, just doing the box back up so they don't fall out on me. So this is the Zenoku set that he's recently released. I say recently, he released pre-orders for them last year, which of course I jumped on. What I love on the front of this box is it's got him with the moon behind him. It's also got his helmet, and it's half Zenoku, half Merrick, which is awesome. It really is. And on the side of the box you get the crystals here on this side, and on the other side, I am being very careful doing this because the box was opened. You get a picture of Zenoku, and it actually says Zenoku's name on there, which I didn't actually realise until a minute ago, which is insane. And then if I hold it like this, not only is it signed by him, it also has him fighting Zenoku on the back of it. it's just incredible, these. They really are. So anyway, let's get them out now, shall we? So I've got the crystals out now, which I will show you them in a second. But they come in these little boxes here that have the crystals on the front. So the first three have the crystals in. And then the very end one that just says his name has the stands in. Because yes, you do get free stands with these. Well, not free stands, but you know what I mean. Also, not only that, you do get a care instruction card, which if you want to read, you can pause the video. Just tells you how to look after them and not to put them in direct sunlight too much. Don't handle them without gloved hands, hence why I'm wearing the gloves. And it tells you how to clean them as well, which is really cool that they give you this. So I'll show you the crystals now. So let's see, how do I do this? So this one here is the, move your fat farm out of the way, Aaron. Sorry guys. This one here is the alligator. And don't worry, I will give you a close-up look at these. This one here is the alligator in purple to show that these are the most recent Zanoku ones. They look fantastic, they really do. Can't fault them. I really can't fault them. Put this one back on the stand while I talk about the other ones. Here is the hammerhead shark, which looks fantastic. It really does. It really, really does. It seems like I've got God knows how many crystals of this hammerhead shark.
Quite a few.
Quite a few, guys. But again, it's in the purple colour, which is awesome. It really is. I'll give you a quick close-up of his face. So there's his face, guys. And put that back on the stand, and I'll show you the very last one now in this amazing set, which is the wolf sword. Which for a minute there I thought I was holding it upside down, but I'm not. This is the wolf sword. It just looks phenomenal. Do you know what, guys? I've said that about every crystal in this review. Give you a quick close-up look at the wolf's face. There you go, guys, that's the wolf's face. Yeah. Just looks fantastic. but I love them, I really do. So anyway, I'll give you a close-up look at them now. So here they are, guys, for a close-up look. Again, what can I say? Excuse my language, but they're fucking fantastic. They really are. They really, really are. I cannot fault these. I cannot fault him for doing these. I cannot fault the Gaogaoshop for even thinking of doing these. It's just insane. It really is. I dread to think how much money I've spent over the years. So let's move on to the next one now. So these are the other crystals. They're just the same as before, but in the colours of when they're in the ocean. But as you can see, they're in the Zanoku flute that I had 3D printed and painted. I believe it was last year. And they fit really well. They look great. However, if you have this done, don't push it too hard because you might crack it a bit. Not the crystals, the 3D printed thing. And when we did mine, the holes were a bit too big, they just kept falling through, so we had to modify it slightly. So there is a specific way on mine, specific size rather, that they do go in, but they don't go in fully, they only go in this far. But like I said, they look amazing. This looks amazing. I absolutely love it. I really do. And I do highly recommend the Gaogaoshop. I highly recommend the crystals, but I'll say again, you can't get them from America anymore. You would have to get them from the Gaogaoshop. I'll put all the links for the Gaogaoshop in the description below. But yeah, highly recommend this. Really, really do. And yeah, I love this, and I hope you enjoy this review, guys. And like I said at the beginning, it's a long one, so buckle up. So I'll see you next time.